Now I feel like you belittling my effort.
No. I mean, you saying we weak, so I got to
I'm
put
not
on for the
saying
fellas.
that.
You know what I'm saying? You say we give up early. When we be on that trail, I'll be like this. She be like, hold on, wait.
We've been married for 15 years
15.
and we got something to say.
Something to say. We gonna talk to him.
Who are you?
BG. Now I'm Brian.
And I'm Patrice.
Yeah.
And welcome to our channel. But we're going to ask each other some questions
Yeah.
about marriage.
Yeah.
Because we've been doing this thing for a little bit.
Everybody talking, man. So, you know. Hey,
and we got something to say.
People got relationship advice. And, you know, the first thing I want to know is when you give relationship advice, well, how long have you been in a relationship?
Technically 21 years.
21.
We've been together 21 years.
21.
We've been together 21 years. Married for 15. Okay, so what questions do you have? What you want to know that you don't already know?
Wow. Hey.
And we got some notes.
P-Dog. Yeah. So if somebody asked you 15 years of marriage, because, you know, unfortunately we had some friends that, you know, got married and,
Get to the question.
you know.
Get to the question. Because we going to run out of time.
Okay.
Get to the question.
So what advice would you give?
Is that a question that we have on the list?
Yeah,
no, ask the question that's on the list.
If someone asks you for advice on how to make it 15 plus years of marriage, what would you say?
Oh, God, I shouldn't have went first. If someone asked.
Don't be shy now. You always got some.
No, ask me one more time.
If someone asks you for advice on how to make it 15 plus years of marriage, what would you say?
Jesus.
Okay.
Is the reason.
Okay.
For the season, for the relationship, for the marriage, for the baby, for the children. It's Jesus.
Now, what do you mean when you say that? Now, come on, we break it down in the context. So,
I don't
people
know
just can't be like, "Oh, I'm going to be married 15 years." Jesus.
That's really it.
But like, you got to unpack it, like, you know.
We would not have been together as long as we have been if we had not had a solid foundation in Christ.
Okay, there you go.
I don't need you to coach me on my answer. Stop.
No, because you got to let people know. You know, I mean, that's you know.
Is this my question or your question?
Well,
Thank you. Let me answer my question.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
My bad.
Jesus. Oh, this is gonna be terrible.
It's gonna be good.
Jesus.
This is our first episode. Oh, my bad. My bad. Go ahead.
If it had not been for the Lord on my side, tell me where would we be? No, but seriously, without Christ as our firm foundation, we would not have made it 21 years, 21 days, 21 anything. And it's not just necessarily about how we came together as husband and wife, having our relationship with God independently, knowing that my actions, my behavior, God is looking at me to respond the way that I need to.
Yeah.
As you as a husband, God is looking at you to respond in the way. So without prayer, maybe a little bit of fasting, and us having a relationship with Christ, like I know 100% we would not be here. Like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Absolutely, 100%.
And why do you agree, sir?
Oh, well, long story short, you know, I about sabotaged the whole thing in the beginning because I came in this thing with a lot of ways and ideas and thoughts that wasn't conducive for building a family or sustaining a marriage for 15 years. I mean, I'm gonna be transparent, bro, because I think transparency is what helps people, man. It ain't, you know, trying to paint a picture like, you know, we didn't have struggles, because we definitely did.
Absolutely.
And I definitely had to go through some growing. I definitely had to learn how to be a man and mature. And the only way I was able to do that was through Christ. And I tell anybody, like, the reality of it is, if you're going into a marriage, you have to have something to govern your emotions, your weaknesses, your opinions, your ideas. You have to have something to govern that, because if you don't, you're trying to join two people together, but these two people are okay with doing whatever comes to their mind or whatever they feel, and that's a problem. Like when we brought Christ into our marriage, I realized that I just can't do what I feel. I can't say what I feel, because my relationship with Him governs how I act as a man, which makes me better for my wife, which makes me better for my son, which makes me better for myself. So having that foundation of Christ is to me, I don't even know how marriages work
Without it.
without
My
it.
God.
I mean, because again, if she do something to make me mad and I ain't got no governor on me, I'll be like, what you know what I mean?
You gonna be like, what?
You know, I'll be talking smack. I'm gonna be popping off like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be going crazy, you know?
Don't have these people dating this
But,
way.
you know, because all in love, but no, unfiltered emotion, not understanding that, these words, through my faith, I learned that these words, they have a lot of power. That, they can build you up or break you down. And I say you, I'm not saying you as a person, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
they can build me up or break me down with my words or my thoughts, which are just unspoken words.
Yeah.
But I learned that through my faith. Like, if I have a problem or issue with something, I just be like, babe, I love you.
Do you?
But when you left that plate on the table, I didn't like it.
That's growth.
It's growth.
That's growth. I love you.
Growth.
That's growth. My question for you
All right, what question you got?
is, after 15 years of marriage,
Okay.
what makes you feel most loved by me? Oh, I love these questions.
What makes me feel just how you are. I mean, the things that you do for me. You encourage me. Been in business for 4 years on my own now, and I have some challenges. I have some setbacks. I have frustration, and I have things that I deal with. And you just always encourage me. If it had not been for you, I probably would have, given up on my business and went back to work, because I had a good job, great paying job before I started my business. And you just encourage me to keep going. You always tell me that you believe in me, and you encourage me, and you support me, even though things be a little crazy sometimes.
Okay, that's another story for a different day.
But yeah, that's it.
Encouragement.
Yeah, encouragement. Because that's how, I mean, when you're in a marriage, it's a team. I might need to cheer for you. You cheer for me. We got to keep each other going. That's important. Instead of if I'm out here in business, like right now where I'm at, such a challenging space. If you wasn't speaking life into me, and you was like, we got to do this, or this money ain't, or we ain't take no vacation last year, it's gonna be like, dang, I'm getting beat up in the business world. I'm getting beat up by my wife. Like, just speaking that life, man, it's like, that's the positive that I need to get through the negative, the challenges. And it's getting better, it's getting better. Whole lot better, but
I think men,
yeah.
maybe you, I feel like men, when it's a battle that they feel like they can't win, they don't stay in it too long. Like, they fight game is like real short. And I feel like women, and maybe me, maybe women or me, I'm a bit long suffering. I feel like I don't just give up easily. I try my best to just push through. Wait, why are you making that face?
It just depends.
Like what?
When we be out there running, you be ready to stop. I'll be like, come on, babe. Come on. You can do this. You can do this.
You're talking about exercising?
Yeah.
Oh, now you're trying to play me. Wait, because I don't run 8, 9, 10 miles like you every day, it doesn't mean that I don't run miles. Now I feel like you belittling my effort.
No. I mean, you saying we weak, so I got to
I'm
put on
not
for the
saying
fellas.
that.
You know what I'm saying? You say we give up early. When we be on that trail, I'll be like this. He'd be like, hold on, wait.
Ask him who encouraged him to run, who told him to join the club that he's in to run. Ask him, did he even think about running prior to? Okay, so that was, and to be honest, now see, we're getting off the topic.
Okay.
To be honest, I encouraged you to join the run club because what?
You did.
I know. Do you
I'm
know
just
why?
saying, I just had to say that.
Okay, well, no, because we here now.
You fired a shot at the men, so I kind of felt.
I didn't fire a shot.
I had to say, nah, we keep going.
See, that's the problem right there.
There.
That's the problem there. You puffed up. But no, what I wanted to say was, do you know why I encouraged you to start running, to join the run club? Do you know why?
Because you thought I was getting fat.
No, I encouraged you to join because I wanted you to have something that was your thing.
Oh.
I feel like as a man, you have sacrificed. Yes, but you remember, you sacrificed so much for me. You sacrificed so much for our son. You just have lived your life for us. And it has given me and my son just like free range to kind of just be who we wanted to be in the season. And I wanted something that I know, because you like to compete, you're competitive, you're athletic, you love to work out, like you love all those things. So I wanted something just for you. It wasn't intended for me to ever be a part, even though I know we tight and we cool and we love to do everything together because we do everything.
Everything.
But I wanted something that made you feel good about you, that you could go and escape from being Brian the husband, being Brian the father, and just get back to being like who you were prior to us. Because oh my God, I might tear up. Because you sacrificed so much for us. So that's why. Now you going to get on this camera and tell these people that I can't run a couple miles.
Nah, I just said that because,
Now, but do I run miles?
We give up.
No, I just said I feel like men aren't long suffering.
Yeah, we are.
I feel like when you guys get in a battle,
it depends on what it is.
When you guys get in a battle that you can't, when you feel like bring the questions back.
I'm being honest about myself though. It depends on what it is because sometimes we had this saying. I can't remember what happened, but it was something that happened recently. I'm talking about within like the last month or two, where it was like maybe somebody charged us like $100 or $150, and it was like this charge is not supposed to be here, right? So it was like she got on the phone and started calling, and they transferred her, and it was like a whole time of like 2 or 3 hours, and it was like, man, listen, bro, like, are you really gonna go through all that, or just pay the $100? And it was like, bro, just pay the $100. In other words,
so now that has become a saying in our house. It's like when we don't, the hassle, if it takes too much,
if it's too much effort
to get something very minute done, we'll just say, pay the $100.
And so what I'm saying
it's just like, get it out of the way.
And so how I tie that into what, if it's something that's not gonna net me a lot of whatever, satisfaction, money, or happiness, it's like, bro, like, nah, I ain't finna fight for that. Like some relationships, unfortunately, with some people, it's like, things.
No, you're not talking about marriage. You're talking about
friends, not marriage. Or like, you always gotta work these things out. But but some friends, it's like
acquaintance.
Bro, you don't even bring that much value to my life to try to figure out why you acting that way or why you being that way.
Okay, like, that's another subject.
That might be on episode 15 or 20 or something. You know what I mean?
After 15
Yeah.
years of marriage.
Yeah. After 15 years of marriage, what?
More questions.
Oh, back on the sheet. Oh, my bad.
Oh my God.
I'm raw, y'all. I'm raw. I ain't been on camera making content.
Come on in.
Here we go, though. How do you think we've grown the most as a couple?
I think the way we've grown the most as a couple is the way that we see life, the way that we look at life, the way that we have chosen not to see obstacles as mountains, as we chose to look at whatever comes our way in the marriage, that we will view it as this is something we will overcome. This is something that we will get past. And this is something that we will have to work together to navigate, whether you're taking lead, I'm taking lead. Sometimes those roles switch. So I think the way that we've grown together is just the way that we see the challenges that we face
Okay.
in life.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. And maybe, I mean, because we have been through a lot of
This
stuff.
is a Christian channel.
Yeah. That was for stuff. No, that don't.
Exactly. See?
That don't even work, do it?
No.
But yeah, no. In all seriousness, though, I think after 15 years of being together, man, like we've been through so much. From friendships, finances, death, family members, health issues, personally. Like we've been through so much. I think we kind of been groomed to this point. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, all right, P, like, this is what we dealing with.
Let's go, baby.
We got this issue at hand. It ain't ideal, but we're gonna get through it.
Yeah.
And I think having that mindset and having the support of one another is what motivates us or helps us to just be like, yo, it's just life. Life, just life. And then what y'all gotta say?
Yeah.
Life.
Very good. After 15 years, what's one weird habit of mine you've learned to live with?
Let me see. It ain't your car having
I'm so
water
scared.
bottles and stuff in it. I live with that. We don't ride together as often as we used to because I always have to drive, so we always in my car. But I live with that. Let me see. It ain't your clothes or your makeup that you have because I live with that.
Well, no, I'm chilling today.
You know what?
Oh, you already know the answer. Get to it.
The one that I'm gonna say is probably gonna surprise you. It's probably gonna surprise you. Probably.
I'm about to be embarrassed.
When you clip your toenails and you set them on the arm of the chair and you sometimes forget to get them off.
Oh, that is not true.
That's true, bro. You be clipping your nails or
That
your fingers,
is not-
and you will set them right here on the arm of the
I
chair
gotta
and you'll
delete
forget them. You will. And I just learned to live with it. I'll be like, wait, what?
That is not
It's the truth.
true.
What part? What
That
part
is not true.
That you forget them?
No, none of it. And I know it's not true because I don't clip. I file.
Let me get away from you. You about to get.
That's the worst one.
No.
That's
no,
the worst
no.
one. Next
No.
question. Go with the next question.
No,
That's
no,
terrible.
no.
That's not a good one. Go ahead.
Because you're capping right now.
Go.
All right. So I just made that up out of space. This.
Go.
Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Tell. Okay. All right. If we could take a year off together with no responsibilities, what would you do? If we could take a year off
Easy.
with no responsibilities, what would you do?
I would go stay. How long? A year? A month?
1 year.
Oh yeah, we're going out of the country. We're gonna stay by the water.
Yeah.
And we're just going to relax.
Yeah.
I am going to chill. I'm going to do nothing. I'm just going to relax by the water, go to the local markets. We're going to hang out. We're going to get up early, pray, work out, eat, and sit by the beach,
Yeah.
go see the city, and come back, go to bed, do the same thing all over again.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you
I
agree.
agree 100%.
I know you well.
honey.
What is something I do that you secretly appreciate, even if I don't know it or you don't say it?
I appreciate you
Fixing your plate.
fixing my plate.
He said,
Now-
fixing his plate.
Oh yeah,
I
fix it.
fix plates.
She do.
I've done it.
She do.
He never
And
fixed
she goes
plates.
to the grocery store, and I don't even have to. Like, I go in the grocery store as a grown man. I get lost the times that I do have to go in there. It's terrible. Like, you've made me dependent on you going to the grocery store, because
Really?
yeah, the only thing I know is the produce that way, and the dairy that way, and the meat that way.
What's the moral of the story?
Moral of the story is, I'm happy that I was able to celebrate 15 years of marriage with you. And I think that, we putting our business out there a little
Woo,
bit, on the internet. But, it's all in hopes of maybe encouraging people,
Yeah.
encouraging us, reminding us of things that maybe we forgot about, our journey together. So, yeah.
So
that's it.
it's official. We letting people in behind the scenes of our marriage, and we're gonna do this again.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it again.
Okay.
It's cool.
Ready?
Love it.
Love you too. Bye.